Ahoy, my friends. Welcome to the first ever Catalina Island Museum virtual auction. I am your chubby captain, Matt Rogers. So excited to be back in front of you tonight. Obviously, I wish I could see all of you guys. I miss you. And you guys know my first time being with you was 2 years ago. I met y'all for the first time from Nashville, Tennessee, which, by the way, I just got off the ship live in Nashville, Tennessee. That's where I am right now. When I met you guys for the first time, not to patronize anybody, but I fell in love with all of you for real. Like, the fact that I can't be with you tonight is something that I've been looking forward to every single year. And unfortunately, we can't be together this year. But with that being said, we need you now more than ever. The museum needs you now more than ever. Obviously excited to roll out the Titanic exhibition. It's going to be phenomenal. Can't wait for everybody to see it. And that's what we're going to celebrate tonight. But more importantly, we need you to give big. We have an unbelievable show, a virtual show planned for you tonight. We have some celebrity appearances. Obviously, if you've seen what's going on in our live auction tonight, we have some celebrity packages that are going to absolutely send you out of this world. Spoiler alert, giving you a little hint there. So, but before we get started, I want to remind everybody tonight, if you have me, if you click and put me on full screen right now, just to let you know, when I'm on full screen, if you want to start bidding, just hit on the top left of your keyboard, hit the escape button. Escape will bring it back down to normal, and then you can bid on the right side of the screen. Thank you to our partners at Better Unite. And obviously the team behind this has done an unbelievable job to bring a great show. I also want you guys to know we have a big goal tonight and we need you. So far, thank you to our sponsors and thank you to our donors and everyone who supported. We are already over $230,000. And we need you in the next hour to bring in an extra $225. And I trust that we're going to do that together. Obviously, I'm excited. If you are suited up like I am, why don't you take a little selfie? Hashtag Catalina Museum. Hashtag Titanic exhibit. Let's do it tonight. It's going to be big. I want to kick it over to the one and only executive director. The reason I'm here, she brings me back every year. I love you so much. Julie Perlin-Lee and Ron Bevins, take it away.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Matt, and welcome everybody. I'm Julie Perlin-Lee, Executive Director of the Catalina Island Museum.
And I'm Ron Bevins, very privileged to represent a great board of trustees as the board chair.
And of course, tonight we are here for our first virtual museum benefit, and we're so excited, an exhibition premiere of Titanic, real artifacts, real people, and real stories. We're going to be telling the story, it's an honor for us to tell this story of Titanic, and we're going to be showing you our exhibition virtually at the end of this program. If you were listening at the top of the hour, we kicked off with the sound, the voice of Titanic. That was the whistle, the actual whistle, part of the whistle recovered from Titanic and restored. And we are so grateful to Titanic Attractions in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee and Branson, Missouri for sharing this recording with us. It's just so amazing to be able to hear that sound and recreate it today for all of you. And behind us is an amazing image, and it's appropriate to kick off tonight with Titanic as she left Southampton, England on her maiden voyage. And gosh, we just couldn't be here tonight without so many people behind us, right?
Oh, absolutely. We're so blessed by our sponsors. They're one of the best parts of this position for me has been not just meeting a wonderful group and board of directors, but also being able to represent and get to know a lot of great sponsors. And if I'd like to thank them individually. So without further ado, our greatest sponsors are our promenade sponsors, the Oldfield family, always the Stephen C. Schreiner family, a wonderful family, Patricia Grace Steele, those are our promenade sponsors. Our bridge deck sponsors, very great friends and supporters for so long, and past chairman, Jim Brown and Joyce Brown. We also have our saloon deck sponsors, again, familiar friends and names, John Hinchcliffe, Lay Family Fund, Ann and Steve Hinchcliffe, and of course, Blaney Avalon Haganah. We have our upper deck sponsors, who are also great friends. Rich and Kathy Haynes, Roy Rose, and that's why I wore a Roy Rose hat tonight. Allison Wrigley-Ruzak and Jeffrey Claflin-Ruzak, the Bombard family, the Blozer family, IEX Helicopters, Casey and Randy Bolsums, Kelly and Gary Don't Be a Hero at a Zero Johnson, Catalina Taxi and Tours, Metropole Hotel and Marketplace, the Polk Reed Enterprise Services, and Janice Hahn, our 4th District Los Angeles County Supervisor. And finally, we have a long list of Marconi sponsors. They're up there on the screen. This whole event takes so many people to put on, and like Julie said, the exhibition is exceptional, this event is exceptional, but it takes every single person and every single sponsor. So we cannot say enough thanks to everybody who has participated as a sponsor. That's got us a long way towards our goal.
And I want to echo that to our sponsors. Those are not just a name on a screen to us. Each and every one of you uplift us and have uplifted us. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, from all of us. We are just so grateful to you all. So now here Ron and I are standing in the Marconi wireless room, the Marconi room from Titanic. And this recreation behind us is just one of many in our exhibition that you'll see tonight that shows Titanic in fabulous color detail. And we were able and so privileged to have these images through the generosity of Vintage Digital Revival. So thank you guys so much. It's amazing to be able to see inside the ship in color. It makes it also more real to us. The Marconi wireless was revolutionary in its time and used to send statuses across while Titanic was sailing by both crew and passengers, and of course when she was in peril. And later when we do our exhibit walkthrough, you'll see we have a replica of a Marconi machine. I think, Ronnie, you tried it out earlier, that visitors, when we can open, will be able to experience too.
Yes, absolutely. Julie, you're right. The Marconi exhibit is fantastic. The people, I've been able to privilege to walk through the exhibit, and it could not be done without a collaboration of a lot of different people. This is not an exhibit that's been done before. This is one that's been put together by so many different individuals donating different things. In fact, some of the artifacts and items are probably together again for the first time since the Titanic actually sank. So again, yeah, and the Marconi machine, when you get in there, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I actually got to buzz it yesterday, and as Julie said, without that Marconi thing, the ship probably would not have saved as many people. So again, cannot say enough thanks to the people who have been lenders and contributors to the exhibit. It's a long list. It's a diverse list. Everybody had something different. Everybody put something special together, and our great curator put it into an amazing exhibit that I can't wait for you guys to preview later on, and hopefully when we open up, get a chance to see it personally.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, our lenders, it's been a very tough time to make anything happen. So thank you all to you lenders for your flexibility, your generosity, and for making our show the best it can be. We know it is. So thank you so much. And now we're going to hear from a couple of those.
Hello, I'm Rick Springfield, and I am a lender to the Titanic exhibition. I support Catalina Island Museum and their dedication to bringing history, arts, and culture to the people around the world.
Hi, I'm Paul Burns, Vice President and Curator for Titanic Museum Attractions. We have locations in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I'm talking to you from the Grand Staircase aboard our Branson, Missouri location. We are proud lenders to this exciting exhibition. They've put together a both ambitious and exhilarating program. Catalina Island Museum is a very special place, and I'm proud to support the fact that we're bringing art and culture to the people of Avalon and the world for that matter.
Thank you so much, Rick and Paul. And obviously, thank you so much to all of our lenders who support the museum so much. Right now, the Catalina Island Museum staff is putting the last touches on the exhibition, all the exhibitions. So in the meantime, we want to hear from some of the many people who have given an outpouring source of support to the museum. Check it out.
Well, look at this. Before Catalina was a tourist attraction, it was like a hangout for pirates and smugglers and rum runners. Hey, they probably even made tequila around here. Let's go in this museum and see what they got. Okay, check this out. The 4 preps, 26 miles across the sea. Son of Catalina's waiting for me. The island of romance, 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 romance. I got to do a metal version of that. Wow, gold record, 1956. I was 9 years old. Wow, wow, wow. Now this I didn't know. Marilyn Monroe lived here. Look at this. Man, this place has been here forever. This island has been rocking for like 100 years. I mean, that's before I was born. Wow, what a place. So cool.
Hey everybody, this is Kim Caldwell Harvey from NBC's California Live, and I just wanted to give a big shout out to everybody that's watching today and supporting. The Catalina Museum has a special place in my heart, of course, and I've taken many trips to Catalina that are unforgettable, and I am just so proud of them for pushing through this time and finding a way to survive through all of this. And maintaining and supporting the history of the arts. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and hope to be live and back at the museum soon enough.
Well, greetings everybody. My name is Ben Allen, and I'm so proud to represent Catalina Island in the California State Senate. I had the opportunity with my wife Melanie, we went to the 65th celebration at the museum not too long ago. It doesn't feel too long ago, but obviously we're in a very different circumstance now with COVID. And I remember that magical evening there under the stars as we celebrated the museum, all the work that's happened, and of course got to see that great Houdini exhibit. I'm excited about this Titanic exhibit that I've been hearing about, and I guess it's maybe a telling exhibit for the time, given all the trauma we're going through. But that was a magical evening. This is a different kind of magical evening. We're having the magic of being together, in this virtual setting, in spite of the fact that we're all in different places. So I want to both thank everybody who's been involved with this museum, from Julie to the staff to the Board of Trustees to Trustee Emeritus Stephen Schreiner, who's been working so hard, just trying to pull rabbits out of hats and keeping this museum going, keeping its work alive in spite of all of the challenges associated with COVID. And I just want to say to everybody who's participating how incredibly grateful I am as somebody who represents the island, who cares about the island, who wants to make sure that the heritage of the island continues to be preserved and protected. It's so important that people continue to step up for this museum. It is a gem. It is essential. It's a great institution that we need to continue to support and help to grow and thrive. And so your participation in this gala is a part of that. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to congratulate the museum for its continuing work, and I very much look forward to being there in person at some point soon so we can all continue to celebrate and grow and thrive together in spite of these difficult times. So thank you so much, and congratulations to the honorees.
Thank you so much, Senator Allen, for that message. And how about Sammy Hagar in the house? Kim Caldwell, ex-American Idol alum like myself. So good to see everybody. And like Senator Allen said, the heritage, the history behind the museum is obviously what makes it so beautiful to the island and to all of us. So this is all of us right now, what we're doing. I just got word that we have over 400 people tuning in right now. And like I said at the beginning of tonight's show, we're about $225,000 away from our goal. And we have a lot of support coming in. We got 3 awesome live auction items for you tonight. Couple housekeeping items for you real quick. Wanted to let you know that the silent auction is going to remain open until 9:00 p.m. Pacific time. So obviously, if you're watching from Central Time, that's 11 o'clock our time. And if you're all the way on the East Coast, that's going to stay open until midnight. So again, silent auction is going to remain open until 9:00 p.m. Pacific time, which will be about 2 hours after we conclude this show. So We're going to get into the live auction portion right now. Once again, if you see me on full screen right now, you're going to want to hit the escape button on the top left of your keyboard to shrink me down. And then right on the right-hand side of your screen, you should see where you can bid. There is a little gavel icon, a little gavel that you can click on, and then the live auction items will show up. We're going to go really quick. There's only 3 live auction items, and we're going to see what happens. This is virtual. It's our first virtual event. So far, our team is knocking it out of the park. I don't want to jinx it, but we're doing really, really good so far. So there might be a slight delay from when I see your name come up on the screen to where actually you bid. It always happens. It's technology, but we're going to do it together. So if you want to bid, you just click on the bid button right there. So we should all be together now. You should have hit escape. I should be small, and you should hit the gavel icon. Here we go with our first live auction item. Check it out.
Hey there, Billy Zane here. Thank you for bidding on dinner with me at Colina, the lovely Four Seasons Hotel in Beverly Hills. Proceeds will benefit the Catalina Island Museum and all the great work they're doing there, certainly during these here hard times, and to launch the current Titanic exhibition that they're hosting. So come on down, or come on down virtually, and see all things large and larger, and perhaps something Picasso.
So if we were together right now, this is the part where I'd say, oh my God, Billy Zane is sitting right here. Everyone give Billy Zane a round of applause. We're close to that because I just got word. Oh my gosh, I think I speak for all the ladies in the house when I say Billy Zane is actually watching live right now. True story. Billy is watching us. Billy, thank you so much for your support. Obviously fanning out. My face is always red, but it's a little bit more blush right now. Knowing that you're watching means the world to the museum, to the island, and to this chubby guy standing in front of the camera, knowing that you're watching. Your support is unbelievable. Here is what live lot number 1 looks like. As an avid fan and visitor to Catalina Island, Billy Zane himself is offering his support for the museum. Over the last 30 years, we have seen Zane play some memorable roles on Broadway, television, and of course, the big screen. From Back to the Future, Twin Peaks, and of course, it's only fitting, his major role in Titanic. So here's what they're going to do. Billy Zane is going to regale your party of 2. 2 of you are going to join Billy Zane for dinner at the award-winning restaurant Colina at the Four Seasons Hotel, Los Angeles at Beverly Hills. The opportunity also comes with a one-night stay in a studio suite at the upscale hotel, which touts itself in a sun-filled urban oasis. So how about that? You and another person, dinner with Billy Zane, who is watching right now. Let's show him how much we appreciate him. Let's show the museum how much we support him by bidding as high as we can. And let's have some fun with this virtual auction. So I'm going to start the bidding at $2,000 because Gigi Fremar has already bid $1,500. So we have a $1,500 bid right now. Click bid. You should see right on your screen that we are asking for $2,000. If you hit, there we go. Kevin Renee McLeod at $2,000. $2,000. Now let's go $2,500. $2,000. Would you give $2,500? Right now, I'd be calling out nicknames, chest bumping people, high fiving. I will give you a virtual chest bump. We have $2,000 right now by the McLeods. How about $2,500? Anybody out there able to give $2,500? Again, Billy Zane is watching right now. Let's show him how much support we have for the museum and go $2,500. Who's able to go $2,500? I want to give you a little bit of time before I close it out, but we would really like to see dinner. You, one person, Billy Zane, talk Titanic, talk Back to the Future. Many of us didn't even know he was in Back to the Future. I had to Google that before, but he was. He was one of the bad boys with Biff Tannen when they picked on George McFly. But he was there. You can talk to him about all of that if you go $2,500. If not, the McLeods are getting a steal. I want to honor your time. I want to move on. The hotel stay alone is worth about $1,000. You're going to get that suite. You're going to get dinner. You're going to get Billy Zane. He's watching right now. A bid received by David Lee. David Lee just went to $2,500. Thank you so much. David Lee is in at $2,500, now $3,000. Billy Zane, $3,000. You, one-on-one time with the man himself right there, and you're going to get the hotel stay. We're at $2,500. Now we're going to go to $3,000. I'm going to give you guys about 10 seconds to receive one more bid, If we can go to $3,000, if not, David Lee is getting a steal. Come on, McLeods. Don't let Lee do that to you. How much do you love Billy Zane? He's watching right now. Will you go $3,000? That's an extra $500 to you. You had it at $2,000. He went $25. Now you go $3,000. If not, I'm going to close it out at David Lee, unless I see that big green light flash that we have another bidder. He's got it at $3,000. Anybody at $3,500 going once? Oh, the McLeods are back in it. Of course they are. They love Billy Zane. Who doesn't? He's watching right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Will you take me with you? Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there. Renee, I know you're the major decision maker there, not Kevin. Okay, can I go? Is that weird? Is this an awkward moment? I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't know. I don't know if it's weird, but I want to go. Mr. Lee, David, are you coming back? I don't see another name by you. It's just David Lee. Can it be David Lee and Matt Rogers? I'm available. I'll go. I want to see Billy Zane. Who doesn't? If you got to go $3,500. The McLeods have it at $3,000. Will Mr. Lee go to $3,500? If not, I'm going to close it out. The McLeods got it at $3,000. Now $3,500 going once. Mr. Lee, will you go to $3,500? Going twice. Once again, when I say last call, if it comes in after, it does not count. I'm milking the time here. Once, twice, last call. Mr. Lee, you're going to lose. And sold to Kevin and Renee McLeod for $3,000. Congratulations. And thank you so much again, Billy Zane, for that. That is unbelievable. We're off to a great start. We only have 2 live auction items left. Here's number 2. Check it out.
My name is Gregorio Luke. I'm an art scholar, and it's really a pleasure to be in the Catalina Island Museum. I was very excited to know that one of the pieces that will be auctioned is this etching by Pablo Picasso. Picasso is without a doubt the master of the 20th century. An artist that transformed art with his Cubist revolution, who created the most powerful anti-war mural in Guernica, who worked in ceramics and in sculpture, and then who became, in his late life, young again. Picasso would say that when he was a child, he painted like Raphael, in that it had taken him a life to paint like a child. So this rebirth of Picasso, and his creation of icons like the dove of peace, the paintings of love, the paintings of happiness, like this figure, are means with which he inspires a whole generation of young people around the world. And this work is very special. It is created in 1970. It is at the latest period of Picasso. And it has all of his experience. You can see the mastery of his line and the beauty of the work, the simplicity. Picasso had learned to express everything with a few traces. And it has the value of being especially signed by Picasso with a crayon of color. And then the piece is beautifully conserved, and it's presented in this lovely gold frame. So it is a beautiful piece by a famous master. It's a collector's item, something that will grace any house, that will be a conversation piece, something that you can talk about with your friends, with your family, and at the same time, a way to support this beautiful museum.
Thank you so much, Gregorio. I've been doing this a while, and for me, this is the first time I've ever had the chance to auction off a real Picasso. This is unbelievable. Let me give you a couple more bullet points. This lot, Something Picasso, is how Titanic movie passenger Rose DeWitt Bukater describes the artwork she unpacked to decorate her first-class cabin. Aspiring and seasoned art collectors alike have the opportunity to take home an original etching by Pablo Picasso, one of the most famous artists of all time. The winner of this etching, this is really cool, is also going to receive a private Zoom lecture about Picasso with Gregorio Luke, who you just saw. And as you can tell, he knows everything in and out. You're going to get a live Zoom meeting with him, and he's going to tell you in and out even more than you just heard. He is a world-renowned art lecturer and author. And this painting right here, or this sketch right here, is 15 out of 100. It is hand-signed in blue crayon by Picasso. And it is etched, the etch is protected by a beautiful gold frame with linen mat. Picasso created this work in 1970, just a few years before his death at the age of 91. So before we start the bidding for this Picasso, which is unbelievable, how many chances do you have to take home a Picasso? I wanted to tell you real quick, if you see me full screen, hit escape on your keyboard, bring me down, and make sure you're able to bid on this. I would hate to look back at the night and think that somebody out there wanted this, but they didn't understand or lost their way on the technology side of it. So it's different when you're doing it virtually versus live. So I want to make sure that everyone can bid. So we have a bid. It's already been open and it's been going crazy. And our latest bid is for $5,250 by Theresa Bain. And she just got outbid by Parker Wadsworth at $5,750. So the next asking is $6,250, and it looks like the Buckaroo. Now you're going to get me back fired up again. Gary Johnson, AKA the Buckaroo, now owns the Picasso for $6,250. Now I'm just going to throw this out there. Might throw my iPad out there. I don't know. But I know that there's a man out there by the name of Roy Rose, AKA Governor Gorgeous, that is not going to let Gary the Buckaroo take the Picasso. There's two big parties that go on in Catalina. One's going to be at Governor Gorgeous's house, or the other one's going to be at the Buckaroo's house. As you can see behind me, I stole these lights from the Buckaroo's house. Who knows what color his house is lit up tonight because I stole his lights, but he just got outbid by Parker Wadsworth at $6,750. Now, I'm going to say Mr. Wadsworth is now owning the Picasso. And the Buckaroo is back in it. Buckaroo's got it at $7,250. Where's the gorgeous one? Is Roy Rose on this? ... Is this thing on? Are you out there, Governor Gorgeous? Can I see your name? Can I see Roy Rose pop up? Or is Gary Johnson, the Buckaroo, just going to own you all night? What is going on here? What is going on here? Are you really not going to bid on this Picasso? When we have parties at Gary's house, he can point to his wall and say, this is where I outbid Roy Rose again. Are we having technical difficulties? Are you leaving out me on this island right here and not bidding on it? Because as right now, the Buckaroo is taking it at $7,250, which is a steal. Will Mr. Wadsworth come back out of nowhere? Who knows? $7,750 will be the next bid. If not, I want to respect your time and I might move on. I might have to close it out. Buckaroo, you might get a steal. I can't believe this is happening. I think you might. The Buckaroo, Gary Johnson, didn't even have to come up on stage and get knives thrown at him like he did last year. He's going to sit behind the comfort of his own screen saying, you know what? I did do that. I did take down Wadsworth and I did take down Roy Rose. But then all of a sudden out of left field, John Hinckliffe comes out with a bid of $7,750. $7,750 by Mr. Hinckliffe. Picasso, in your house. You own it right now, unless the Buckaroo comes back. I'm going to let the Buckaroo come back because I already know. I got faith in the Buckaroo. I've known Gary now for 2 years. I stole the lights out of his front yard. They're right behind me. I know that he's not going to let me steal the lights and his Picasso to Mr. John Hinckliffe. Is that going to happen, Buckaroo? Are you really going to let that happen to you? Are you really going to lose your name to this John Hinckliffe? The man, the myth, the legend? Huh? John? Ladies want him, men want to be him? That is who John is right now because he owns the Picasso. And you don't, Buckaroo. And you don't, Mr. Wadsworth. And you don't, Governor Gorgeous. And I'm going to have to close it out. John, out of nowhere, AKA the sleeper, coming in with the Picasso. I'm going to close it out. Anybody else want to bid on the Picasso? Buckaroo, is your finger stuck? Did your internet freeze? Is this really happening? Am I going to close it out? I think I am. John Hincliffe at 77.50, now 82.50 going once. There he is. The Buckaroo doesn't disappoint. He doesn't let it down. Right now, I just felt John throw his mouse and say, who is this Buckaroo? Who is this Buckaroo? But you can come back. And that's how the Buckaroo rolls. Just freaking outbid himself, okay? So the Buckaroo hit click at 82.50, and then he said, no, you know what? I'm going to hit click again and go 87.50, because that's how the Buckaroo rolls. You know what? Let me put this iPad down. Let me do this. Mad respect to the Buckaroo. Boom. Right there, Gary Johnson, Buckaroo style. Take it in, baby, because I'm coming over, and we're going to celebrate that Picasso together. Unless Mr. Wadsworth comes out of the blue, unless Roy Rose wakes up. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going to close it out unless someone goes 92.50. 92.50. Anyone go 92.50? Take down the Buckaroo. Sleeper, are you out there? John, are you out there? Mr. Wadsworth, are you out there? 92.50 going once. 92.50 going twice. You see my eyes keep going over here. I'm checking to see the big green light. Will it come up? I'm going to give you about 3 more seconds to close it out. If not, once. Twice. Last call, Pablo Picasso, in your living room, in your study, in your den. Last call. Sold to the Buckaroo for $87.50. Gary Johnson, we love you. You always come through. Thank you so much for all of your support that you always do for the museum. And you shined once again tonight. Somebody please call Roy Rose and check on him, because I saw his outfit earlier and he was looking fantastic tonight. That's why they call him the gorgeous one. Maybe he's going to want to take a trip to the moon on this next and last item, because Roy, we're looking for you. I might see your picture on the side of a milk carton soon, because I can't hear from you. Where are you, Roy Rose? We love you. Item number 3 coming up right here.
Hi, everybody, and thanks for being a part of our first ever virtual event. We have an item for you that you're not going to believe, and there's nothing virtual about it, an actual tour of SpaceX. We're talking mission control. We're talking about where they put the Dragon 9 capsule together. It's time for all of you to step up and realize this is a once-in-a-lifetime, possibly historic, definitely universal event. You can bring 4 people, and if I were you, I'd bring a kid along, because they love educating children about science, technology, engineering, and math. So folks, this is an opportunity. I'm going to join you without the helmet, and we're going to have a tour unlike any tour. It's out of this world, trust me. So please consider once in a lifetime, okay? You'll never get this chance again. Live long and prosper.
For those of you who don't know, that was the Buckaroo. That is Gary Johnson. Last year when we had our live event, they actually put him against the wall and we had a knife thrower throw knives at him. Obviously, he made it because he's still with us and he just won the Picasso last time. And he might win this SpaceX. And right at the very end, he went like this. I've never been able to do my middle ones like that. So that takes a talent. Well done, Buckaroo. Well done. So this just in, we have $166,000 left to raise. This is our last live auction item. Of course, we're going to do a fun and neat together. We're going to knock it out of the park. But this is our SpaceX tour. You are going to reach for the stars and make this rare opportunity yours. Few members of the public actually get to go see the inner workings of SpaceX. This is a revolutionary leader in space technology and, of course, the industry. Along with the Catalina Island Museum trustee, Gary Johnson, who you just saw, your private group of 4 are going to tour the SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. You're going to visit Mission Control and visit the largest facility in the world that is fabricating rockets, engines, and of course, spacecraft. And if that wasn't enough, the lucky winning bidder is also going to receive a gift basket full of SpaceX merchandise, including 1 Little Earth plush toy, 2 caps, 2 Kid Starman shirts, 1 woman's demo, 2 mission t-shirts, and 1 men's Dragon t-shirt. I think Gary Johnson actually owns that Dragon t-shirt, so that might be the Buckaroo's t-shirt. But here we go, SpaceX, 4 people total, and you're going to be with Gary Johnson, and the starting bid is already up to $3,500, so I'll start it at $4,000. Christopher Polk Reed, a.k.a. the Starman. He's already got a nickname because he wants to go to the stars. Who wants to take on the Starman and earn your very own nickname? Who knows? Who's it going to be? I see some former bids at Paul Bouchaw and Jeffrey Clavin. I want to get this right. Jeffrey Claffin and Allison Wrigley-Ruzak. I love you guys. I miss you so much. We had such a phenomenal time at the last one. The Wrigleys, the Claffins are back in the house at 4,000, now 4,500. Will Starman be back in it? Of course he is. There's the Starman at 4,500. Now back to the Wrigleys and the Claffins. Let me just throw this out there. Never in the history before have the Claffins and the Wrigleys ever been outbid in anything. And I know the family is watching from Catalina right now. Out of nowhere, Robin Hill. Who is this Robin Hill that just bid $6,000? Taking it up a notch. 6,000 now 6,500. 6,000 now you able to give 6,500. Of course the Starman is going to bid 6,500. 6,500. The Starman now owns it. You can't have a nickname like the Starman and not win the SpaceX package. Jeffrey Clavin and Allison Wrigley-Ruzak, where you at? You got to go to 7,000 for to hear your name again. You got to go to 7. You able to give $7,000. $7,000 out there right now. The Starman owns it for 6,500. 4 people, SpaceX. You cannot get this anywhere else. I've been doing this a long time. I have never seen a SpaceX tour. You can't get this. It's one of a kind. Everything is going to help the museum. Your culture, your island, your museum needs you right now. Go 7,000. Will you go 7,000? If not, Starman, you're going all the way to the moon and back at 6,500. Now 7,000 going once. 6,500, now 7,000, going twice. I'm going to slow it down. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to be victim of the lag or someone's mouse jumbling in your hand and you just can't get a grip on it. Is someone going to go 7,000? If not, once, twice, last call. Sold to the Starman for $6,500. Congratulations so much, Christopher Polk Reed, aka the Starman, putting his name now in lights, etching his name forever in the history of the Catalina Island Museum. You are now going to be a celebrity amongst the other celebrities, and you are fantastic. Thank you so much, and thank you to everybody who just gave. We are slowly trotting, climbing towards our goal. As we move on right now, I'm going to kick it back. I'm live in Nashville, and now I'm going to kick it back live in San Diego for the one and only Julie Perlin-Lee and Ron Bevins. Take it away.
Thank you, Matt. Oh my gosh, that was so exciting. Thank you to everyone who bid, and especially thank you to Christopher Polk Reed. You are going to be so happy visiting SpaceX. Thank you for supporting our museum and doing good in our neighborhood. So, Ron, here we are back again, and on the deck of Titanic. And I love this image. It's just really touching to me. And it's an important exhibition, image in our exhibition. Behind me, you see lifeboat number 14. And it was a gentleman named Harold Lowe, whose hat and personal effects we'll see in our exhibition premiere shortly, that commanded this lifeboat. And one of its passengers, rowed to safety, was Lillian Minahan. Lillian became a resident of Avalon. She lived at 220 Clarissa, I think it is. Yes. And so we are so grateful to be able to tie the Titanic story to our island, to our community. And speaking of our community, that's really why we're here tonight. And Ron, gosh, what can we say? We need your help. You know, we need your help tonight. So please, we know it's a tough time. Give what you can. If you've enjoyed the program, if you're new to us or you've been a fan of ours for a long time, I know we have lifelong members out there, but please consider giving and helping us meet our need tonight. It's so crucial for the museum to stay resilient.
Yeah, Julie, you're right. And obviously, Julie and I are not professionals. We're not up here because we're trying to get into the movies. We're up here because we talk about it so passionately all the time. Our board does. this museum is so important. Right now around the country, museums are struggling. In California, we haven't been able to open yet. And so we really rely on the support of all of you. And every single donation makes a difference. It lifts the spirits of Julie, the staff who has worked so hard to put this event together tonight. And mostly, you know, we really do think that it's important for us to serve the community, the locals who live there, the people who come to visit us. And again, we are asking you for any help you can give. I promise it is well used and well worth it.
Yeah, thanks. I know we're going to take it back to Matt in a second, and he's going to help us get it there, I know, and you're going to help us get it there, we know. So again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Thank you so much for all you do for us, and it's just an honor to have you with us tonight.
Thank you.
The strength of the Catalina Island Museum lies in our vision. To be an anchor of tradition, a beacon of culture. Inspiring our communities. These principles have guided our museum through a time in which we've had to transform nearly overnight. From a place in which we welcome visitors to a place which asks for the museum to be invited into your home. Together, we have transcended many of the challenges 2020 has brought us. Resolute that nothing shall ever keep us from fulfilling our mission to preserve, exhibit, and promote Catalina Island through exceptional experiences for the Avalon community and beyond.
I am very happy to be able to join in this virtual way.
By reaching farther than ever before, while learning to take care of those close to us in new ways.
Welcome to our first off-island in-studio session. Thank you for letting us into your studio today.
By embracing new possibilities.
And to help you remember how long you're scrubbing, I recommend singing 26 Miles.
By staying innovative. And inspiring creativity among others. So we can share all that we can.
And you have probably never seen it up close.
Even if it means stepping outside of our comfort zones.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Johnny.
Cocktails with Kelly.
Or going out on a limb.
Cheers.
Unafraid to experiment.
I think we're making history tonight here, everybody, because I think this might be the very first public digital kinetic light art created on Zoom ever.
And knowing that if we fail, that we have the courage to try again.
White Wong, who is a local.
Confident that drawing on our strengths and our creativity, we can still be of service to many. As champions of our island's unique history, and in our role as creators of unforgettable collective memories, our goal has been to keep our community a place of inspiration. And to this end, we have years of practice, as we have called on many to help us.
And inspire you with baseball history.
Inspire you with amazing culinary experiences.
To inspire you with yoga.
Inspire you to keep on swimming.
Inspiring you with documentary filmmaking.
Inspire you to enrich us.
Inspire you with the art of glass.
Inspire you to love Catalina.
Inspire you with Catalina history.
Inspire you
with music.
Inspire you with magic.
Inspire you with dance.
To inspire you with song, 26 miles across the sea.
Inspire you with immersive experiences.
Inspire you in the art of filmmaking.
What can you do for your community? Not what your community can do for you. What are you giving back to the island? Not just taking.
Our goal this year is to keep our team.
Our goal this year is to keep our team.
Our goal this year is to keep Catalina Island Museum inspiring you.
Thank you all.
That was awesome. Let's inspire each other right now by hitting our goal. I don't know about you guys, but watching that video right now really made me bummed out at the way things were and that we're doing this right now. I mean, we all keep saying it's only temporary. I trust that it's only temporary. In my heart, I know that it is, but I kind of feel like when you look back, it's like, oh, those were the good old days. And I hate that because I want to live in the good old days. I want what we're going to do right now is something that we look back and say, that was the good old days. So let's create those right now. For those of you who may not know, this is how the museum stays open. It stays open because of you. We are currently $160,000 away from our goal. That might sound like a big number to some of you, but to others of you, you're looking at each other, you're looking at your spouse, you're looking at your partner, you're looking at your family, and you're saying, you know what? That's not that much. We can do it. So here's how we're going to do it right now with our fund to need. Typically, I would start at a certain level, like let's say $25,000, and I would work all the way down to maybe like $100. That's not going to be the case tonight because of the delay in technology. You can't really do it that way. So here's how we're going to do it. You go on the screen, you click the donate button. You have the option to donate $25,000. If you do, whether you're able to give $25,000 or $5, as you can just see right here. Some people are, that's Julie Perlin-Lee. She's probably throwing a tester out there to see if the screen works at $5. But it doesn't matter what you do and what you give. Your name is going to be written off and read off. And I want to go big. I would love to see some of these huge donations come in here. And let's make history tonight. Stephen Crosby at $10. You never know how much of what you give is going to impact somebody else and inspire someone else. Christopher the Starman just gave $6,500. As you can see, the thermometer is now moving and etching closer. I'm going to come back at the end of this program and tell you where we are in our goal. But before we do, I got to give a shout out to Blaney Avalon Hagman, $10,000 right there. Another $10,000. Ann Hincliffe. And I saw the Hincliffe name before. You guys were bidding in the live auction. There's David Lee. David Lee was bidding for the Billy Zane, and he just gave another $1,000. How about Rich and Kathy Haynes for $5,000? Thank you so much. Who was the Hinchcliffe family? There's John, the sleeper, coming in at $10,000. Thank you so much. Another $5,000 from the Catalina Transportation Service. Oh, snap. Oh my God, we just got a $40,000 donation, baby. Nobody freak out. The Off-Field family just gave $40,000. 40 G's, baby. Let's go. $3,000 to Kevin and Renee McLeod, who were in on the live earlier before. Thank you so much. The McLeods. Stephen Perlin, I see you, bro. I see you dropping $50 right there. Gary the Buckaroo Johnson, $87.50 right there. The Buckaroo, the Starman. We're reading off those bids right now. Unbelievable what you guys are doing. I want to wait a little bit more before I kick it back over for the ribbon cutting to Julie Perlin-Lee and Ron. I want to see a couple more. Let's go. Come on, baby. Give a little bit more. If you're able to give $5,000 right there. Jeffrey Clappin and Allison Wrigley-Rusak, thank you so much. They were bidding on SpaceX earlier, and they took that money and just gave it straight to the fund and need $5,000. $1,000. Thank you so much. Kathy and Peter, y'all are savage right there at $1,000. The Savage family right there at $1,000. And Matt Shackley at $1,000. Thank you so much. Look at the Buckaroo just gave another $500. The Buckaroo coming in at another $500. Everything counts. I think the Buckaroo just wants to hear his name. So maybe you just throw out like another $100, Gary. How about that? Maybe you throw in another $250. Lisa Link at $25. Clifford Haig at $1,000. William McClure at $50. The Starman again at $3,500. $3,500 right here. So I'm getting this note right now. Yes, right. Okay, absolutely. We're having more and more and more money come in. As you bid, you're going to see your name flash on the top of the screen, like Janny Eisenhunt right there at $50. Sorry so much right there. It's Janny Eisenhunt at $50. Let's go. Let's give a little bit more. Joshua Pack, $1,000. Bruce and Carol Ferdig at $50. So many sponsors, lenders, and supporters continue to give. I'm going to do it for about another 10, 15 seconds. The Shriner family, we love you so much. $30,000. You can see that on the right-hand side of your screen. And I'm going to go about 5 more seconds. 5 more seconds before we close it out. We need you now more than ever. See your name flash in lights. I want to announce one more person. Watch your name flash. Hit the donate button. Hit give. Can we see it before I move on? There it is. Holly Knapp, $1,000. Thank you so much, Holly. Y'all can continue to give throughout the night. Remember, we have a goal. Adrian Cameron, $500. We have a goal. We want to hit it. I'm going to come back and let you know where we were at before we close the show out. But thank you so much to everybody who gave. Lisa Link coming in at $25. Thank you so much. I'm going to kick it back over to San Diego live for Julie and Ron ribbon cutting. Take it away.
And you guys are live.
Oh, so amazing, right? That feels so good. Thank you. Thank you to everybody.
Yes, we can. We're up here tearing up. Thank you so much.
So now the moment so many of us have been waiting for, and the moment we're so proud for, is to share the efforts of our well over a year of work, and has brought in so many people from across the country together. And that is the exhibition premiere of our exhibition, Titanic. Real artifacts, real people, real stories. We're going to cut some ribbons and go inside with our director of exhibitions, Johnny Sampson. Let's cut some ribbons.
On behalf of the Offield family, congratulations, Catalina Island Museum. Okay, got it.
Hi. On behalf of the Shriner family and Island families, congratulations, Catalina Island Museum.
And on behalf of Patricia Grace Steele, welcome to the exhibition.
Welcome to Titanic, everyone.
In the early hours of April 15th, 1912, the Titanic disappeared beneath the icy waters of the North Atlantic. Approximately 2,224 passengers and crew had boarded the Titanic for her maiden voyage. 706 individuals survived. We are here to share a few of their stories. We have stories of Pat Williamson and Oscar Scott Woody, both postal workers on board the Titanic. They had 7 million items of mail that they had to sort out during the trip, and they struggled tirelessly during the sinking to save all the mail, but in vain. Here's Thomas Miller. He was an assistant deck engineer. Before he left, he gave each of his sons 2 pennies and told them to hold on to them until he returned. His granddaughter still has these. William Henry Harrison, the secretary to Bruce Ismay, an Austin partner, a first-class stockbroker. We have letters that they sent to their wives prior to the sinking. And they're just so touching. violinist and band leader, Wallace Hartley. The band played to the very, very end to calm the passengers, playing this song, Autumn, and also possibly Near My God to Thee. Here at the Catalina Island Museum, we are doing state-of-the-art technology here with this interactive to explore the Titanic, to see where each of these passengers were the night of the sinking. We have both the flashlight and also a hands-free. This has never been done before. Speaking of never been done before technology, the Marconi room on the Titanic. This was brand new technology, wireless radio, invented by Marconi. Here's a replica key of the one that was on the Titanic, and Marconigrams sent from the Carpathia to the Olympic right after the sinking. There's Harold Bride. He was one of the two. He and Jack Phillips were the two that were sending signals just like this, frantically, until just minutes before this went down. A life vest from after the sinking that was saved by one of the members of the Carpathia. And here's another first. Lifeboat plaques number 2 and number 12, the first and final boat to reach the Carpathia. They have not been together since 1912. Here's the West family thermos. After getting his wife and children, he actually swung out on a rope to give his kids a thermos of hot milk to keep them warm while they were in the lifeboat. This is the effects of Harold Lowe. He was the commander of lifeboat number 14, the 5th officer on the ship. That large button was a button he wore on his uniform that he turned into a hat pin. Oscar Holverson and his wife Mary, also connected to the island through some of our members. This archive has never been seen before. It shows their receipts and their itinerary from their trip through South America before heading to London to come home on the Titanic. It also has White Star Line condolence letters. This is Lillian Minahan. She actually was a former resident of Catalina. That's Lifeboat 14, where she was saved. That was actually piloted by 5th Officer Lowe. And there she is on Catalina. In this image, these people are actually next to Lifeboat 14, the one that days later would rescue Lillian Minahan, our former resident. Some instant disaster books that came out in 1912, just after the sinking. A bit sensationalized, but full of really amazing, interesting facts. There's some first class china, some blue Delft, which was second class up at the top. Sticking with Lillian Minahan, this in the center there, the Greek key pattern was used in the Café Parisien. That's where she and her husband had spent their last night before the sinking. His final words to her were just, "Be brave." And then he disappeared on deck. There's some third class pottery and a chamber pot. Some beautiful digital recreations of the grand staircase there. And here we have a rare, super rare ticket to the Turkish bath. And here's some of the cooling room from there. This bench is actually from the Titanic and restored, and this blanket was used by one of the passengers to huddle against the cold.
So awesome, and so happy for everybody who gets to see the Titanic. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who gave. Deborah Haskinsons, I saw your name come across the screen as that video was playing. On this end, I can see the names that are coming through. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who gave tonight. Thank you to everybody at the museum. Thank you so much to Julie Perlin Lee, Kelly, Ron, all of you for bringing me back. I know it was different this year virtually, but I had an equally amazing time. Well, almost amazing time. It's better to see you guys in person, but I just love you guys so much. And I appreciate you so much for bringing me in to your family, into your island, and into your people. I don't take it lightly. And I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate it. I also want everyone to know we have not hit our goal yet, and we need you. We are close. Left to Raise. Am I announcing that? Left to Raise. Just over $100,000 we still need. So we need you guys. Now keep in mind, because of technology, there are people who are trying to give right now that maybe can't give. There are people out there that want to give that are going to make the phone call afterwards. We want you to know that we still need you. We still trust you. The island, the museum needs what you have to offer. And I just want to thank everybody for giving tonight. And I'm sad. I don't want this night to end. God, I'm an ugly crier. Turn the camera away. Turn the camera away. I love you guys so much. We want to say thank you for joining us. Thank you to everybody who gave. And we will see you next year live in person. And we're going to give a virtual wave here from Nashville, Tennessee. My name is Matt Rogers. God bless you guys so much. And again, we have more people that want to say goodbye and good night and thank you. Thank you so much.